right, ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by an OUA women's hockey gamer who currently plays defense for the Waterloo Warriors, who are currently first in the Western Conference of the OUA and are ranked eighth in the nation. She is tied with Madison LaBerge for the lead in points amongst OUA defensemen with 12 points in 14 games and was recently named to Team Canada's roster for the FISU Winter Games in Lake Placid. Talk about a resume, Tom. And the cherry on top, she is an SO Cup champion. Please welcome Carley Olivier to the BTB podcast. How you doing?
Good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Of course, of course.
Well, no, we feel honored, Carly, because I
It is an
see
honor. The resume is unreal.
the resume alone, but you've been on a few other podcasts, so it's like, we finally were able to sneak you in and get you on. So thank you for doing this.
Awesome. All right. So what are you up to right now, Carly? Are exams done? You're kind of just taking in the holidays?
Yeah, I just got back last week, so I'm just spending some time at home, finished exams and everything, so finishing up some Christmas shopping. Nothing too special, just working out.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. And Christmas shopping. Tom and I actually had this discussion. Are you like a last minute Christmas shopper, or are you trying to get it done like way early into the season?
I always say I'm gonna try and get it done early, but I end up being a last minute shopper. This semester's been crazy, so this year's definitely a last minute situation.
No. I'm the same way too. Moving on to the year, Carly, you guys have been buzzing so far this year. And it's your fifth year. Is it kind of like a last dance scenario for you trying to get that last championship? Like, how's the year been so far?
Yeah, I mean, well, even going back last year, like just coming so close and having like that core group of girls still there, like it definitely still feels special. And obviously things are working out for us. So we're hoping to continue that into the new year. But yeah, I've been kind of weighing my options to see if I'm going to play 1 year professionally or not. So I don't know. This could be it, but you never know. So
Awesome.
hopefully we win.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I guess.
Yeah.
and you guys got a good chance, Carly. The first question I got for you is like, what's really clicking right now for your team, like for your success so far?
Just I would say like a few weeks ago, I don't know. I'd say like overall team chemistry, like we're
Hmm.
really just gelling and having fun, really. Like, and I know like this might sound a little, I don't want to sound like cocky when I say that, but like when we walk into a rink or a room, like we walk in with that type of like swagger and
I
like we
love it.
know that we're good. Like, and that just makes it more fun. And obviously, I don't know, I haven't had this much fun playing hockey in a long time. So just to be a part of a team that all has like with everyone having the same goals and like we use hockey as like the same kind of outlet and like this is our time. We're just gonna have fun out there and obviously winning's the cherry on top. But yeah.
That's awesome.
I was gonna ask you later in the show, but I want to ask you now. Like, I was looking up more about your coach. Like, how much would you say your team success has been from this guy? Like, he's been there from what I saw, like with the program forever, and he used to play in the OHL himself as well. So, how much would you say your team success is from him?
Yeah, Reeks, like they've definitely since my time being there, I've known Reeks like a little bit in the past too, just from playing I played junior hockey in
Right.
KW, so I've kind of been around the area for a while and him and Dolly have just kind of and Smitty obviously, but they've just kind of created a shift in their culture, which is like really contributing to I don't know, it's like a I don't know how to I don't know how to say it. It's like you're a person first before you're a hockey player. So like
Nice. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It just like it's really like a comfortable place to be, I guess.
Hmm.
And it's not like you're going there to get ripped by your coach or anything, that type of thing. It's more like he'll work with you when you if you want to improve and um yeah, like they're definitely contributing a lot to it. They're very um how do I say that? They definitely listen to their players
Good.
and yeah, it's been great.
Unreal. So I
Hmm.
guess you could say great team culture. Great team culture
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Love
we
it.
haven't
Yeah.
had, yeah, like that.
Yeah.
I would say
Love
culture
that.
is like our number one thing. Like we're
Yeah.
definitely a very close knit family. So
Cool. Love that.
And okay, let's go back to the start then, Carly. Like, when did you start playing hockey? What age? And were there any other sports you were playing growing up that you almost pursued playing, more than
I
hockey?
I started dancing actually, and it didn't last very
Okay.
long.
Okay.
So very, very shy, little girl. So, I I think I danced for maybe 2 months and then I quit. And then I just remember being in the car one day and my mom looked back and she said, "Do you want to do what dad does?" And my dad played hockey and like, Sunday old timers. And that was basically the start. Like obviously I had been skating before then and no, there weren't any other sports. It was just hockey. It's been hockey the whole time.
Mhm.
Well, seriously anyway, like
Yeah,
competitive.
yeah.
But yeah, I was about 3 years old.
Okay.
Timbits, you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. Love that. Yeah, that's wicked. Tim, it's unreal. And I mean, minor hockey, Lady Wolves all the way up. And I had a question for you because we did mention the SO Cup. So it says on elite prospects, it can be reliable, it cannot
If
be
it's on
reliable.
the
But it
internet,
says,
it's true, dude. It's
exactly, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So it said you played a little bit in Barrie before coming back to Sudbury. Is that true?
I was a call up in the PWHL my final year midget. So I was kind of like, um, I played like probably a handful of games with the PWHL team, the Barrie Sharks. And then I don't know if I ever played in KW, but I think it must have just been Barrie, but just to gain experience. And because I knew that that was going to be my final year in Sudbury and to just make that transition to kind of like weigh my options and stuff. But yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Now it
Yeah.
all makes sense now. Good stuff. And I mean that 2015 year, you guys obviously what a special team that was. Talk to us about that SO Cup run. Obviously winning in Red Deer, and I believe you had a goal in the semis as well. So yeah, take us through that whole run.
Just really like pretty much an unforgettable year, and definitely obviously winning a national championship is pretty cool. Being in Red Deer, I'll never forget it. It was, I don't know, just the energy was insane. Like everybody wanted to win and just playing like with a group of girls that like I grew up playing hockey with. So that was just pretty cool on its own. Um, that semifinal game though will forever be engraved in my memory. I scored the goal to get us to the final, pretty much, the game-winning
Yeah,
goal, and it was actually pretty cool. I remember very clearly that it was uh, I believe it was Carly Shell and Melissa Kingsley actually assisted my final goal as a Lady Wolf, so it's something I'll
so
never
cool.
forget. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt that's so cool. And we've had a few Lady Wolves actually from that same team on the club. Do you remember? I like to test memory now. So, do you remember how like the final goal happened, like the game-winning goal from Carly against Red Deer?
Do I remember that? No, no, I just remember it being a t very tight game. Like I feel like
Yeah.
like the whole atmosphere of playing in like a final game of a national on the national stage was just
Mhm.
insane. And like I remember because earlier in the tournament we had beat Red Deer about 7-0 or something like that, and then we went into the final and we were like, oh shit, like they're kind of taking it to us right now. But yeah, that was just unbelievable. Like when that final buzzer went, like I'll never forget that. Like what it feels to feel
Sure.
like you're on top of the world.
Oh,
Yeah.
no kidding. That's unreal.
Yeah.
Tom, we chase that feeling every day, but
Yeah, every day. Every
every
day.
day. Weren't they stripping down the arena too? I think Murph was telling us that, eh, Tom?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Like as soon as we were celebrating on the ice, everyone was getting a chance with the SO Cup and or yeah, whatever
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like as we were celebrating, taking pictures, they're like starting to strip down all the stuff, and they actually ended up tearing down the arena. So we were the
Wow.
last game ever played there. So
That's actually so
yeah.
sick. That's unreal. Yeah.
Okay, so moving to the PWHL, like how was it, playing hockey down like south, and did you really notice a difference? We asked obviously the other girls that went from midget to PWHL, like how big of a jump was it from, midget to obviously like a junior league?
Um, I would say like obviously there's a little bit of a gap because you're going from playing like midget double A where the top players of midget double A are probably already playing in the PWHL, like
Right,
especially for from GTA area and stuff
right.
like that. So when I first got there, like I thought there was a little gap, but like it didn't really take much time to really get the feel of things. Um, it was like for me being so young and like leaving home, like I think I was like 15 or 16 years old. So
Mm-hmm.
that was like pretty tough on me.
Mhm.
Like I wouldn't say they were the most fun years of hockey of my life, but I think that they were the most necessary to get where I wanted to be. And yeah, I had fun. It was just like being away from home and stuff like that was really tough on me. I was a huge
No doubt.
homebody, and
Mm-hmm.
now you can't keep me at home. So I
Yeah, no doubt.
guess I grew up a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. And was there any like other teams that you were looking at, or was like how did you land in Kitchener Waterloo?
I used to play spring hockey on this team called Regional Express. I think they have men's teams too, but
Yeah.
so I ended up playing there and just with like a core group of girls that like I got to know and stuff like that. I actually ended up billeting in KW with a girl I used to play on. So it was kind of like I had already like met the team,
Mm-hmm.
like you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like I had some kind of connections to go there. Like
Well,
I could have went and played in Barrie or could have tried out pretty much wherever, but that's really where I felt most comfortable. Just knowing people, I was still kind of coming out of my shell at that time, so it was yeah, just more comforting and stuff like that, knowing that I was in good hands.
yeah, yeah, no doubt. Good stuff. And I mean, after a solid 2 years there, you end up at the University of Connecticut, UConn, which is unreal. So like how did you what was like the recruiting process like, and how did you land at UConn?
Um, Overall, pretty long experience, long journey, long experience with the
Yeah.
recruiting process. It started when I was fairly young. I would say like, like school starting to contact like definitely band and midget, stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that, and then followed all the way up through PWHL. So it was fun. Like I had a few options, but I decided to narrow it down to three schools that I thought I was really interested in, and it ended up being between UConn and St. Lawrence, and they had both offered me full scholarships, and I made my list of pros and cons, like where do I want to be? Do they have my program? All that fun stuff. And that's how I landed at UConn. I had a great time there, like hockey wise. School was an adjustment, being that far away from home, adjustment, but overall, pretty good stuff. Just wasn't for me in the end, and
Yeah.
I went through a lot of things, and but yeah, I don't know if you're going next part's Laurentian, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 that was kind of my I'm gonna come home, reset my mind, figure out what I want. And then while I was home, like I can't live at home anymore. Like um yeah, and just like academically too. Like I wanted to be somewhere I just wanted to be somewhere where they offered like my program and like my next
Mm-hmm.
steps.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
Yeah,
that's how I
Yeah.
no.
landed at Waterloo.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no, and the rest is history, as they say. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, for sure. It's definitely been quite the journey. And again, there's no problems with coming back home for sure. And right now you and now at Waterloo, and actually it was a great decision that you made to go to
Mm-hmm.
Waterloo, because LU was done, I believe, the year after you
Yeah,
went,
like when
right? Yeah.
I remember being there and then I remember being at Countryside Arena and Peter Hellstrom, who was the athletic director, I don't know if he still is, but at the time, and he had said, okay, there's going to be a referendum, like this is what's going on. And then I was like, oh, students aren't going to keep us on campus. And then, yeah, then I made my decision to transfer, and within the year, the program was cut. So
Yeah,
everything happens for a reason, I guess.
you're
Yeah.
absolutely right. Yeah, yeah.
And Carly, like becoming a Waterloo Warrior, like what made you choose this school? And were there any other schools you were like you went on tours on or were close to, you know, committing there? Like I think you choosing Waterloo is because you were there for junior. That would be my guess, but
Um, yes and no. Like I did reach out to in the end it was between the University of Ottawa,
okay.
Western was in the mix, and then University of Waterloo. But when I visited Waterloo, I don't know. I guess like I just got that sense of home. Like
Yeah.
I had been here before and this is where I don't know. I just felt I don't know in I don't know, growing up
Yeah.
between like from then
Yeah.
to from PW to now, it was just like, okay, I can do this now. I'm okay on my own. And
Hmm.
I knew Sean and took a chance on me, and like I'm very grateful for that. Not every school takes transfer students, so yeah, I'm just super grateful. I had a great tour. It was actually my birthday when I toured, so it
Oh
was
wow, there you go.
yeah, it was fun. But yeah, I just love it. It's a great school. Um, Great athletics department. You know, they really take care of their athletes, and that's really what made my final choice to go to the University of Waterloo.
Yeah, and I think it was a chance well taken by coach for sure. Absolutely got a superstar, I would say. But moving on, obviously, it's been a great year so far, and a great few years actually at Waterloo. But just moving back, like, how was it dealing with like COVID year? And I mean, even last year wasn't even the same type of hockey, like dealing with everything. So I guess, yeah, talk to us how you all dealt with that all at the same time transferring to a brand new school.
I would say that like I'm in a way grateful or thankful that we had a year off of hockey. Because when I came back, or in the sense where you have something like taken away from you, you kind of miss it more, right? So over that year, like all I wanted to do was be on the ice, all I wanted to do was, you know, get better. So I used that time to get better, like off ice in the gym, like I worked on my skills, like that sort of thing. And then when I got back on the ice in September, it was like, okay, like this is what it feels like to miss something and to love it this much. And it was just that much more fun. Obviously with everyone else in the same boat, like just missing hockey and being able to be on the ice, like it was just different, like a different energy, different atmosphere for sure. So I'm in a way like grateful for that, although like it really did suck. And even last year, like being on such a high, going into the Christmas break, and then January hits and no more hockey.
Yeah.
So like that was tough, but to be able, sorry, to be able to continue playing after that was kind of like the same feeling. Sorry, I'm choking.
Yeah, no, you're all good. You're all good. Take a drink.
Time.
Yeah.
Take your time.
No worries, be kidding, man.
Of course, I get sick now.
Yeah.
That's all right.
But yeah,
Awesome.
it was.
Yeah,
that's what I have to say about that. It
was
needed almost, I would say, for me.
For sure. Yeah, reset for sure. And I think that's a common theme too, Tom. Like everyone we've talked about, it was just like finding different ways to get better and obviously and also missing the game as well. So good reset for sure. Obviously you guys a little bit of a quick exit, like you said, from playoffs last year, and this year's definitely a totally different year. Like how are we feeling headed into the second half here?
I think everyone's like again, like our core group was their last year's here this year, so like we still kind of have that like bitter taste in our mouths, like hey, like we don't want this to be us again. Like in all of my years at Waterloo, we've made a first round exit, and this year is not going to be the year. like
the Leafs stop.
But yeah, like I think just everyone's just, I don't know, like pissed off, I guess. Like it's,
I like it.
Yeah,
chip on the shoulder.
Yeah. And this year going into like it's not a one game elimination, so I think that it's kind of like for our rookies and like for you know, maybe some of the younger players who maybe don't have a lot of experience, like this is more comforting for them. And I don't know, we got to get there first though, so it's just one game at a time for us, really.
Yeah, for sure. Love it.
Chimino, I think you're missing the point though here. Carly, he is a big Nipissing Lakers fan. Just because he goes,
here
it is, Carly.
I go to the school.
Carly, I'm a Waterloo Warrior super fan, okay? Because I've known you for a few years, and I know how good of a hockey player you are. But hey, Chimino can cheer for Nipissing. I don't care. I know Waterloo's going all the way.
It'll be us and Nip in the finals.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's 365 it right now.
Yeah, see, there you go. I like my team chances, Jim.
Oh, I love it. That's unreal. Was I guess I'll ask it as a joke, but was Nip ever an option, like super team with like the Dominico sisters? Chomiak was there, like
super team.
Super
no. She wants to do her own thing.
like Maria Domenico was like one of my good friends.
Yeah.
Just like growing up, she was, North Bay, I was
Mhm.
Sudbury, kind of like grew up playing against each other, never on a team together. And over these past few years, we've actually gotten quite close. So it's funny that like when I was coming back from UConn, my first text was from Maria saying, "Do you want to come to NIP? I'll tell Turk right now." Like, and but yeah, like it's just funny, and yeah, we always joke around. Like, I thought for sure it was going to be us and NIP in the final last year, except we took a turn, but that's okay. This year's the year.
This year for sure. Be pretty cool both in your 50 years. That'd be unreal.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Mhm.
also in your 50 years, you mentioned not being able to play together. Well, now you do definitely have the
Well,
chance. Yeah,
that's
with
that's a big thing. Like I was like, oh my God, we finally get to be teammates. This is crazy. So,
yeah.
and it's not just in some beer league tournament, like in the summer, but
No.
yeah,
This is legit for sure,
yeah,
and for the
for
people
sure.
listening, they're going to be playing for Team Canada at the FISU World University Games, which is unbelievable. So congrats on that. Like,
Yep.
how did you
Thank you.
find out? And what was like did you have a feeling you were gonna be on the team? I remember talking to Maria. She's like, if I don't make this team, I swear to God, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But yeah, take it from there.
So I would say in the summer, like my coaching staff, like they were pretty open and said like, hey, like you're on like the extended list for FISU, like don't be surprised. And then like kind of as the months went on, then there was like a long list. I forget how many players exactly. The long list was 34, I know that. But then it moved to a short list in November, and then finally on it's like December 1st-ish. They told us that the final roster was made and everything. So it's pretty cool. Like being like it feels good to feel like one of the best university female hockey players. To be on a team
No
with like
kidding.
the best university players in Canada is like pretty cool. I'm obviously excited to wear the red and white. Like that's
It'd be sick. Yeah.
like as
Yeah.
like it's not the Olympics, it's not like the national women's team, but like it's something, and it feels good to be able to represent like all of these things on such a like a world stage. It's unreal.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be obviously we'll be tuning in. That's gonna be so cool to watch.
Mhm.
For sure. Um so and obviously also the North being represented too, Tom. How well
Yep.
the North being represented is unreal. So like what's the prep like? Like when do you head over
Mhm.
to Lake
Good
Placid
question.
and get ready for the game?
So we
Game time,
actually
I guess.
we just had a meeting yesterday, so perfect
Okay.
timing. So we're heading down on the 8th. I'm gonna play my last OUA game before I go there. So we're gonna
Okay.
yeah, so I actually get to play one extra game because our coach decided to fly us there. But anyway, we're gonna head down on the 8th. We're all gonna meet in Ottawa, and then the morning of the 9th, we're gonna head down to Lake Placid. So pretty quick. It's coming soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty I don't know. My dad was pretty excited too. He's like, Lake Placid, like Miracle on Ice, what's going on?
That's
Like
right. That's right.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
100%. Unreal. And like, are you guys getting any like practices in before you play
Oh
or? Yeah.
yeah, so the day like the 9th when we arrive, we're gonna be in Potsdam. And pretty much like check into residents, check their, team building stuff, and then we're gonna head on to the ice right away. So we have a practice first day when we get there, and then pretty much every second day, and then some skates and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. And so you said you play your last OUA game. Is that like the last one of the schedule too, or they're gonna be
No,
playing
sorry.
games?
Just
Yeah.
the last one before we head out.
Okay, last one before you head out. Okay, gotcha.
But
Are there games going while you're gonna be gone as well?
yeah, I
Yeah.
think we're
Okay.
missing about 4 or 5 big ones.
Okay.
Fun ones,
Yeah.
actually. I'm missing
Yeah.
like the Hockey Day in Canada game, in Sound. Our team is playing in that game.
Oh.
And I'm also missing the Battle of Waterloo, which is being played at the odds. So
Oh
kind of
wow.
Oh.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, hey, I think it's still
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah,
though.
I mean,
I
it's
mean,
a
come on,
trade-off.
what's a
It's a
lifetime?
trade-off.
It's a good trade-off.
Cool. Yeah.
Good stuff.
My
Awesome.
last OUA game is actually against Nipissing at Nipissing.
Wow. You're gonna
That's
have
for
to go
real.
check that out for
Yeah.
sure. You're gonna
Oh
have to
yeah,
be there.
now you're gonna
I'll
go
be
to a
there in
game,
second.
eh? Now you're gonna go to a game.
I've been to games, Tom. Come on.
Listen. I'm gonna. I know Maria's gonna be listening to this, and Chino says he goes to school with her, and we need to get her on. But Carly, like, since we've had you on now, if you want, you can just say Carly, like, or Maria can, these guys want you to come on the show because Chimino said he's been bugging her, but
I
she
will. I'll tell her.
clearly hasn't came on yet, Alex. So I don't know.
No,
You
I
could have
know.
done it
I
Do you
haven't.
want me to
together.
ask her, dude? I'll ask her, but
I'll text her right now.
thank you.
I love it. Love it.
Last question I got for you. You mentioned a little bit at the start, Carly. Like, what do you say next, like, year or 2 years looks like for you? You mentioned maybe a year professionally, but have you thought much about it?
Yeah, like I've definitely been thinking about it. I just
Mm-hmm.
don't know if I want, like, I would prefer to stay, um, in Canada or in the States, like in the
Right.
PHF, I think. Or, I did sit in on some PWHPA meetings last year, but, um, just like looking at the big picture, like if I were to play anywhere, I think the PHF would be a better fit for me.
Okay.
And, just also like looking overseas, but I don't know, like I kind of want to be, if I'm going to do it, like I want to kind of be like a pioneer in like a PHF league that's like working towards like money for in women's hockey and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of want to be a part of that. But if I don't decide to continue, I did just apply to teachers college, so
Nice.
I'm doing my master's right now, and then teachers college. Definitely start next year either way. I think I'm gonna do it online,
Mhm.
just so I can work or play hockey or, see
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
where life goes really, and just work towards my end goal of becoming a teacher one day. So
Yeah.
Well, there you
Cool.
go.
No, good stuff. That's unreal. Yeah, okay. Moving on now to our fast five. Actually, sorry. I have one more question. I just remembered in my head.
I knew you were
You
the hamster was
there's
turning
the
there.
hamster was turning. I did
I
have
saw it.
a
I
burning
saw it.
question actually for you, and it's a good question I think to ask someone who's been around women's hockey for a lot.
Mhm.
Obviously, professional women's hockey starting to grow, and they're trying to get something building up once again. But I guess in terms of like opportunities in the north, because yourself, everyone basically after their midget year has to go down south at a young age, right? Like you mentioned, to move over. Like, is there an opportunity for like the north to have some type of league or to get into the PW? Like, what's your thoughts on that?
I wish and I hope for the North that there's something in the future, because we just have so much like basically unseen talent up here, and it's so hard to get that exposure if you're not like moving.
Mhm.
And it's just part of being from the North like right now, and it shouldn't be like that, because a lot of girls who, have that talent but are choosing to stay home or can't go, they're really being overlooked at this point. And it's sad to say, but it's really the reality. So I really hope that one day, like you look in my last year midget was my first year that I played in like the Lower Lakes League, where we were finally like going down south and playing against those teams. So I don't see why, other than like obviously like traveling and stuff like that, like obviously a lot of logistics go into it, but I definitely would love to see something up here. Yeah, just so we can get the exposure we deserve. And we've been seeing it a lot over the years. Like we've had a lot of girls either move down or move down south and commit to universities,
Mhm.
or they're staying here and they're still getting that exposure, but just like in order to maximize their chances and to really allow them to like grow as hockey players and as people, like um I think like I think we deserve to see something here, and hopefully we do someday.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, it's not like you guys don't compete at a provincial level, right? You get like
Yeah.
sub-related Wolves
Yeah.
have always had a successful program,
Yeah.
so for sure, we do hope something comes in the years, and hopefully, you guys can be the pioneers for that. That would be
Mhm.
unreal for sure. Moving on now to our fast five. So you're gonna get 5 rapid fire questions. Whatever comes to the top of your head, it's gonna be totally random. And you can let it rip. So I'll send it over to Tom Buck.
Don't worry, Carly. They're easy. Okay, they're easy.
Jeez.
Okay.
Scaring me here. You guys didn't
Okay.
tell me about this.
Okay. Dream travel destination anywhere in the world. Where do you want to travel to?
Greece.
Oh, see,
Nice, Tom.
I sent her a text Jim to say that answer. but-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Favorite show or movie?
Oh, I'm not good at this.
Yeah.
Right now, Four Christmases for sure.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
This one's got to be an easy one. What is the win song in the room?
Right now, it's We Are Family.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay.
Family.
I love
Yeah,
that.
that is
I
such
love
a
that.
good win song.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you have one, but do you have a nickname that the girls call you?
There's 2 Carleys on the team, and I'm the first one there, so I'm Carly, and she's Orthy, her last name. So no, I don't. But the girls used to call me Liv, like Olivier, like my last name when I
Yep.
played like Lady Wolves and stuff. But that it just never, or Frenchie, because down south I was the only kid that spoke French. But
Okay. You're typing one in here. Do you want to ask this one?
Yeah, I added one in here
Okay,
because
I
now
saw
I
it.
think we should ask every guest this one. So
Yeah,
this will be
yeah.
this will be a fast 6.
I like
We had
it.
a huge debate on the best fruits. We had a draft on the best fruits. So what's your favorite fruit? And like, is there any what's your rationale for it being behind your favorite fruit?
I'm gonna go. I like strawberries.
Strawberries. Oh, that's unreal. It did go first overall. That is
Thank
a
you.
great.
Thank
That
you.
is a great pick.
Strawberries.
That is
They're just good.
Thanks.
Yeah. I
Okay,
love it.
so might as well ask her while we were in an argument. You eat what is it, Jim? Cantaloupe with prosciutto? Is that what it is?
Okay, I eat cantaloupe. Yes,
But he likes it
you
with
can-
prosciutto.
No,
Carly.
but you can have it with prosciutto. It's very
You
good.
can. Okay.
You can.
Have
Yeah,
you
it's a
ever
great
in your
mix.
life heard
But
about that?
should you? Should
Yeah,
you?
should you?
It's
Yeah,
very
should you?
like posh, like you see it at weddings, like that. Like that, you don't do it all the
Who
time.
are your
but
friends, dude? Like what weddings are you going
Who
to?
are you hanging out with?
Italian
Yeah.
weddings. Also, okay, one more fruit I gotta ask you before we move on. Is watermelon like if you were in a draft with like 4 of your friends, is watermelon in the first round? Would you expect it to be taken in the first round?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. That was a huge debate. Watermelon.
Okay, because we might as well end the recording soon. Okay, last question, then we'll talk off air. Carly, what's your favorite Subway restaurant?
My favorite, Pat Mario's.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
stock.
classic.
Yeah.
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 Classic. Awesome.
I was actually just there 2 nights in a row. Actually, I was spoiled.
Have
so-
a day.
I want to go so bad.
Yeah.
Like, I
Oh.
die.
Yeah. Well, definitely got to get in before you head over to Lake Placid for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Well, listen, Carly, thanks so much for coming on the pod and chatting with us. And it was an awesome interview, and we're excited to share your story with everyone. And also, good luck in Lake Placid. We'll be cheering you
Thank
and
you.
Team Canada on. That's unreal. And Waterloo Nip final sounds great to me. So
Yeah, stick
but-
with your bandwagon Nipison. I don't
Yeah,
like them.
no, Tommy's
I
on
don't
my
like them.
side. Here
Yeah,
we go.
always. Always.
But best of luck with with everything, and thanks a lot for coming on the pod. We appreciate it.
Well, thanks so much for having me. It was super fun.
Awesome.